We all want to be the creator with the massive channel, with the viral videos, with the global reach. We want our ministry to be massive. But what if God is watching you to see how you treat the small talents that He's put in your hands before He will give you the massive reach that you are literally craving for? We're going to talk today about the talents that we have and how we preserve that in this digital space, especially here on YouTube. Welcome back, friends, to Biblical Elevation with me, Amania, where we aim to elevate your journey, elevate your experience, elevate your content, and elevate your life with biblical elevation through the Word of God. So, if that is something that is interesting to you, then like, share, comment, and of course, we want you to be a part of the family and subscribe. As we start the conversation, we're going to go over the problems. We're going to go over some of the pain points and where those pain points root from and the biblical solution to that pain point. And we're also going to give you some advice to help you transform and pivot from where you are to where you want to be. And we're going to give you the key takeaways from the conversation. You ready? Let's go. So here is a problem that I have faced with my journey of creating content. I have been on YouTube here for a very long time, and particular with this very channel. But again, life has happened and it's morphed into so many different things. But what I've seen is that consistency is key. So especially in this new revamp of the channel, I understand before there was so many things going on. I've lost a lot of people. They came on for food, or they came on for travel, or they came on for me selling stuff, whatever it was. But now we're in a different place. And this place, I feel like I've been at it for now over a year almost. And the needle has not moved. And so I feel like it's like, oh my goodness, I'm sitting here week after week recording this content and nobody's watching. And the channel is small and I'm getting no engagement because the people have been confused about what I'm doing, which is rightfully so, because there's been so many different things happening. But in that, I still have to take some time and look at the channel for what it is and still say, okay, I'm in the new season with the channel. I'm in a new platform, if you will. I'm in the helping people space, not helping myself space, but really helping people space, whether that's content creators or women like myself who are looking to move into the digital space and do this kind of work. And so every time, because it takes work to present and to come and get myself together, scripting and everything else to present it. And then it's like, oh my God, I'm doing this thing. Nobody's watching. Nobody's looking at it. And it's such a small channel. I mean, sometimes I get like, 1 or 2 views only. And so, of course, the devil wants to play within my mind and say, hey, you know what? It's not working. Put it down. Let it be. Don't pick it up. Let it be done. And so those are some of the problems that we face when we do put the content out there and we don't have any views. It's very, very disheartening, because you're like, oh my God, I worked so hard on this thing, all the prep work, everything that I did, and nobody's seeing it. And friends, I'm going through that. But I do know that this is an absolute tool to sharpen our skills. So I use it as a way to sharpen my skills, because if I'm talking to you and I can't go, and I'm not going through the thing, what is the point? You looking at it to see, hey, she's going through it, I'm going through it, we can all go through it together. We all have a small channel, but we know that channels will blow up. We know that there's another side to the story. So as we're climbing this thing together, we have to remember, okay, my channel is small now, but one day I can go from 10 to 10,000. So those are the problems that we're going to look at, those key things, as in what keeps us, and those voices that comes into our head that makes us get discouraged to keep pushing forward. Again, we have talents, we have our small talents, and we keep digging it back into the dirt because nobody's watching. We're not giving it our all because nobody's watching. And what I want you to take away from this very moment is that when the channel do come, when your tribe comes, they're going to come back and binge on these things, because this is what's called evergreen content. It's evergreen, and somebody somewhere is going to pick it up and they're going to feed off of it, and it's going to take root and it's going to start to move, and you will see like your older videos will get views, because this is what happens in this space. So now we're going to get into what are our pain points. Let's talk about it. So here is pain point number 1. I have 3 of them, and we're going to talk about those pain points. We're going to talk about where it's rooted from, and we're going to give the solution, or the biblical solution, to that pain point. And forgive me for looking, I have my notes here. Pain point number 1. Here's what we say to ourselves. I'll work harder once I get more subscribers. When you get more subscribers, you got to pull the subscribers in now, one at a time, so you can grow. One at a time is the thing. Every one subscriber is a soul, is a person that you can communicate to, a person that you can minister to, a person that you can bring into your orbit. So for every one person, you have to deliver excellence. You have to give them a good talking. You have to give them some good points. So it's not when my channel gets bigger. It's about the one-on-one that we're having right now. You, the person that's looking at it right now. It's a one-on-one conversation, always. So I'll work harder once I get more subscribers. No, we're going to work hard on every episode, on every conversation, on every video, because somebody is going to see that work, and we have to give them excellence. So where does this I'll work harder once I get more subscribers come from? Where is that rooted from? Well, the spiritual root of that is negligence. We are despising small beginnings, right? That's what we're doing. We're despising small beginnings. We're despising our small assignment. We're despising the small thing that we have, and we're craving the big thing. We're craving the 20,000, the 50,000, the 100,000 subscribers, when you haven't even tapped into the 10 that you've got in your channel right now. So this is where the spiritual root comes in. And I'm going to read Matthew 25:21 right now. And it says, his master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with few things, and I will put you in charge of many things. So you're in charge of 10 right now, but you could be in charge of 100,000. But you gotta be in charge and steward and manage the 10 that you have. Manage the small things before you get to the big things. And so again, that negligence is what we're talking about. Despising small things and wanting bigger things. You gotta want the small. You gotta go through the process of the small before you can get to the big. Okay? And this is the biblical solution to this one. I work harder once I get those subscribers and despising small beginnings. Here is the solution. Luke 16:10 tells us, faithfulness in small things is the requirement for being entrusted with larger things. So treat your 50 subscribers like 50,000 subscribers. Treat your 10 subscribers like 10,000 subscribers. And for those bigger ones who's already in that boat and is looking to grow bigger, treat your 100,000 like that million that you're looking for. Somebody help us out, right? Because we're looking for big numbers, but we got to store it right where we are. Okay, pain point number 2 is this. I feel like my channel is too small to matter. I feel like my channel is too small to matter. It's too small. Friends, have you ever heard of the ant? Have you heard of the ant? That tiny little thing that can build castles if they want to? I'm obsessed with the ant. Tiny doesn't mean you can't build bigger. And here's where that comes from. So tiny does matter. Small matters. And here's where that spiritual root comes from. It comes from comparison and pride. Measuring value by the standards of the world, of what is big. That little tiny ant, once they come together, they can build castles. Next time you're taking a walk, like if you're in Florida like me, the ants are everywhere. Look at the ground. Take a moment and look at the ant build. They're busy building. They're tiny, but they are mighty. Your channel is tiny, but it is mighty. Because guess what? In the mightiness of the channel, it's going to help somebody. It's going to present to somebody a solution to a problem that they were having. Your channel may be mighty, but it is life-changing for somebody who needs that information right then and there. It is life-changing for somebody. It doesn't matter if your channel is small, big, or large. It's the message. That message is what's mighty. That message is mighty. It doesn't matter how many subscribers is on that channel. It's the message. Your message has to be strong and your message has to be mighty. Again, take it from the ant. And here is our solution to that particular problem. Remember, the servant with 2 talents, he was rewarded just as much as the one with the 5 talents. The talents. God, I think the servant gave 5 talents to one, he gave 2 talents to another, and he gave 1 talent to one. The one with the 1 talent, he went in the ground and dug it up and stuck it in the ground. It yielded him nothing. The one with the 2 talents, he went out there and he multiplied it. And then the one with the 5 talent, he went out there and he doubled that too. So again, we all have talents and we have multiple talents. And we have the ability to multiply our talents. Don't stick them in the dirt. Don't stick them in the ground. Take them and multiply them. And so God isn't looking for more. He is looking for faithful. And in order for you to be able to do the thing, God has to trust you with your 1 talent that you didn't stick in the ground, and he'll give you 2 more, and he'll give you 5 more, and treble that and triple that, because again, he knows you are faithful with the 1. He knows you're faithful with the small. He knows you're faithful with your 10 subscribers. You will be faithful to your 10,000. You will be faithful to your 100,000. Okay, pain point number 3 is this. I'm afraid to take risk with my content. So you have thoughts and ideas, and you think, oh man, should I do that? Shouldn't I present it? Should I do this or should I do? So one of the reasons I love this channel, it's because I've been able to do so many different things. I'm not pigeonholed in it. I can talk about whatever it is that I want to. I want to create content on here. I have the ability to do that. I'm not pigeonholed. I want to talk about relationships here. Hey, I can do a series next week on relationships and women finding love and so on and so forth. I can do that. I have the ability to tap into different talents. That's why I love this kind of channel setup. It's not in a particular niche. I can talk about anything because what we're talking about on here is leveling up our spirituality. We're leveling up our content creation. We're leveling up our digital ministry. We're leveling up these things. We're leveling up our life. We're biblically elevating every arena of our life, our finance. All of that is in the conversation of this. So if you have a channel like mine, don't be afraid to, or if you need to create a whole new channel on a specific topic, hey, tap into that. Tap into those talents that you have in different arenas. Because again, I have a different channel where I go all in the political realm because of my moral compass in those arenas. And so I go in all that. And so talking about things like this here doesn't apply to that channel. So don't be afraid to tap in or create different channels for you to have a different voice on a different topic. But here is where the fear, it's fear that says, I am afraid to take risk with my content. It says fear of failure. You're afraid to. You're afraid to go into a different arena. You're afraid to talk about politics because, people are going to turn against you. I know all that about that. I know all about that. You're afraid to talk about this because it's not politically correct. You're afraid to talk about this because people don't want to talk about that. You're afraid to talk. No, you don't know where God is going to take you on your channel and on that journey of that channel. So you can't pigeonhole yourself into one thing. You have to be ready, willing, and able when the Holy Spirit say, hey, I want you to move into that direction. Be ready to pivot into those arenas. And so here is the solution. The master expects a return on the investment. These talents, he expects a return from them. You need to use your gifts, learn your craft. You got to learn it, and don't bury your calling out of fear. So it is fear that keeps us from doing the thing. It is fear that keeps us from showing up. It is fear. I mean, fear is crippling. There are times when fear shows up, man, you can't even get out of bed. There are times when it shows up, you can't even, press record. You're so broken. But it's fear. And when you call on the Holy Ghost and you call on him, guess what? Those fears will be eradicated. They will be pulled out of the way because we serve a mighty God who walks alongside us in everything that we do. He did not give us a spirit of fear, but he gave us one of fearlessness. A spirit of fearlessness. That's what you have. So friend, we hope you're getting value out of this conversation today. So if you are, please hit that like and comment something. Put in there, I got talent. Put it in that comment. I got talent, right? Put it in there. Like, comment, share the content. We appreciate it. And of course, we want you to subscribe because we want you to be a part of the tribe. We want you to be a part of this biblical elevation tribe as we elevate ourselves here on this digital platform, in our ministry, in our lives, and in our journey. So again, I got talent. Drop it in the chat. So friend, here is the shift, the stewardship shift. The stewardship shift. The stewardship shift. Because it is a shift. It's a transformation of the mind. It's a transformation of where you were before, what you were thinking before, and now the shift of how you're going to put those talents to work. Realizing that your channel isn't just a business to own, but it is a talent to invest in. So this is a business. This is our business. This is our work. And at some point, we will be expecting to get income from this because, again, we're putting our talents into this. And where your talent is, so is your financial reward. So, yes, we're here to help people. We're here to do this work. But at some point, we do expect some financial reward out of it because, again, we are pouring our talents in it. So it is a business at the end of the day. And so for our business, we are putting our best foot forward. We are putting out best content that we could. We're putting out the best advice that we could. And we're pulling in the scriptures and so on to bring you, the audience, to bring you, the listener, to bring you, the watcher, a good information. So yes, it is business, but it is talent first. It is stewardship first. So here is my advice for that. Knowing that the Lord did not give you this channel, this platform, okay? He did not give it to you for yourself. He gave it to you as a tool for the kingdom. What you have in your hand is an investment that God has invested in you. He's invested in me. He's invested in this channel, the Biblical Elevation channel, as a tool for the kingdom. So me showing up to present to you conversations on how to improve your channel, how to improve your life, how to improve your relationship, how to improve the way you present yourself to the world, all of that is something that the kingdom is being used through. You're being put on the platform of the kingdom to bring people in, to help them so that they can go out there and be fishermen, so that they can go out there and present whatever talents they have to the public, so that the public can now get help from them. It is a reciprocal thing. You do something for somebody else, they take from it and they do for somebody else, and that person take from that and they do for, and then we've got this chain of kingdom builders doing the work. We all have a part to play in it, just like the ant. All of them come together to build that castle, and we all are building a kingdom castle here on this digital platform, in the digital space, in YouTube, and so on and so forth. We are all a part of the kingdom builders for the kingdom. Okay, so here's a strategy. When you're going to look at your metrics, look at it, but don't look at it as, become obsessed with it. Oh my God, how many numbers did I get? Oh my God, how many people watch this? Avoid all of that. But when you look at it and think about the people who are watching, these are people that you are showing up in their life. You are impacting them in some way. And so you have influence there. And once you start to continuously show up and people start to see you, they become a part of the channel, you become a part of their lives. And so, when we look at big channels, a lot of the big channels, a lot of them have people on there that don't watch. But there are some content creators, baby. We are there religiously because we trust them. We trust the content that they are giving to us. We trust their voice. We trust their energy. We trust them. We've become family to them. And that is what we want. That is what I want for this channel. I want you to become a part of my family. And when I think about you, I want to think about you as a member. I want us to become long distant cousins where we can chat as if we're together. And so when you're looking at your numbers, look at it as you are stewarding something wonderful. And I know a lot of times we don't get along with our family members, so maybe that analogy is not the best. But think of it as the families that you've built, the friends that you've built, that is like family. Because sometimes, again, it's tough with actual blood kin. So it might be better to put it with the analogy of, the brethren. Instead of that, the brothers and sisters and the brethren in the church community and that community, much better analogy. But yes, look at your numbers and store those people who show up and feed to them and keep them coming back, because it's in these small moments, it's in these small times where you can really get to know one another. And there's a channel that I watch, and he does it so very, very well. His channel is Baron Coleman, and he presents his show. It's a political show, but in this moment, I think it's relevant to talk about. He presents his show. He presents his spiel, whatever he's doing. It's an hour, hour and a half. He does a live stream, and then he spends about another hour and a half going through the super chats and the comments of the people who watch the show. And so he ends up being on there for about 3 hours. And for him, it's the best time of the show, is because when he's in those talking one-on-one, having those conversations, replying to the comments, man, it's awesome. Sometimes I think that part of the show is even better than the presentation, because he's having so much fun, he lets loose, and he's in community. And that's what we want. At some point, that is what you want in your channel, that you want this community. I want that community for this channel and even my other channel, because it's brilliant. Because what ends up happening is, he's coming on. When he drops, I'm coming on. Oh, I got to make sure I'm available. Even if I miss it, I know to make sure I catch the replay at some point. But when I catch it live, baby, it is awesome. And that's how you want for your people that shows up for you to feel. You want them to feel like they're showing up to something, and they're a part of something. And that is the key to growing the channel. And that is what I want for my own channel here. So our core message here is this: whether your channel has 10 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers, you store them well. You store them well because they are coming to you for information, for guidance, for a word. People, you never know what people are going through. And whatever that may be, they may be looking for a lifeline. And in that moment, your ministry has come to life, and whatever you're dropping, make sure they're picking it up, because they're coming for it. So you give it your all. Doesn't matter how many, you give it your all. Because when somebody watch this, I want them to see I gave them my all. I gave my advice. I gave problems. I gave you the problems. I gave you some scripture. I gave you meat for you to go out there and do your own thing. So as I give you the biblical closing here, store what you have. Store the talents that you have. If you got one talent, store it well. Because I guarantee you, once the Lord, our Creator, see that you have the ability to store this one little talent, He'll put more in your hands. You can store your 10 subscribers, you'll get 15. You'll get 20. You'll get 20,000. You'll get 50,000, and so on and so forth. But first, it starts with, I dropped it, storing what you have. So, thank you very much for taking the time and joining the show today. Really appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And hit it in that in the comments once again. I forgot what I had said, but talents. Put it in there now. Talents. Steward your talent. Talent. God bless you and keep you. Continue to elevate yourself, continue to grow, and continue to put God first. Because when you put him first, everything else is possible. I'll see you next time. God bless you and keep you. Oh, we did it. We did it. Oh, we did it. It's finished. Like Jesus said, it's finished. Man, I love this Osmo.